Hi guys, today's topic is what happens when metals react with acid. So we are taking a metal that is going to react with acid. Okay, we are taking here dilute acid. It may be dilute hydrochloric acid or sulphuric acid. What happens when metal is reacting with acid means it will produce salt plus hydrogen gas will be evolved. Okay, when metal is reacting with acid, it is giving salt plus hydrogen gas. If we want the derivation, means you can see my previous video in lesson number 2. I written how the acids are reacting with metal. Okay, if you want derivation means you can see that videos. Okay, magnesium, zinc, aluminium ion which is reacting with acid, hydrogen gas plus salt will be produced, and that equations are present in that equation, in the previous chapter. For that I put on diagram also. I'm passing that hydrogen gas in on beaker, and I am keeping one burning candle near that beaker. Then pop-up sound will come. Why the pop sound will come means the evaluation of hydrogen gas produces that sound. Okay, so this only happen when metal is reacting with dilute acid, salt plus hydrogen gas will be evolved. Not all acids will produce a H2 gas. Okay, when metals are reacting with acid, all the metals does not produce hydrogen with the acids. Especially with the nitric acid, the metal does not give hydrogen gas. Metals, especially with nitric acid, does not give hydrogen gas. Why? Because means it is a very strong oxidizing agent. Which one is very strong oxidizing agent? Nitric acid. This nitric acid HNO3 is a very strong oxidizing agent. This nitric acid will oxidize the H2, which means hydrogen, to water. It will oxidize as water, and this nitric acid itself reduce to form some nitrogen oxides, nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen monoxide, like that. This nitric acid itself oxidizes and it will form some nitrogen oxides. So not all metals with the nitric acid it won't produce hydrogen gas, but magnesium and manganese, these two will give hydrogen gas with nitric acid, with dilute nitric acid, and these two will produce hydrogen gas. Okay, now I am going to check some metals with acid. So I am taking 5 test tubes. In this test tube I am going to put magnesium metal, another test tube, in this aluminium, in this test tube zinc, and in this test tube iron, and in this test tube copper. So I am going to put that metals inside the test tube, and I am pouring some dilute HCl, dilute hydrochloric acid, inside this test tube. Now I am inserting one thermometer in all the test tubes. This thermometer dip have to dip in this acid, have to touch this acid. Now few minutes later I am going to check which metal is going to react with the acid very vigorously, which is going to react very fastly, and whether it is a exothermic reaction or what is going to happen, I am going to check. After few minutes I am just watching. This magnesium is more reacting when comparing with this all the metals. Okay, the rate of formation of bubbles was highly having in this magnesium. So this magnesium is reacting with dilute HCl in a very fast manner, and also this is an exothermic reaction. These four, this is an exothermic reaction. Heat will outcomes in this reaction. So The reaction, how it happens means it is in the decreasing order of magnesium is higher reaction than aluminium, and this aluminium is more than zinc, and this zinc is more than iron. So the reaction depends on this order. Okay, but this copper alone doesn't react with the HCl. There is no bubble or there is no exothermic heat, there is no outcomes. So this copper does not react with the dilute HCl. Again I will explain. I am going to check the metals with the dilute acid. Which acid I am taking? Hydrochloric acid. So I am taking 5 test tube. Inside the test tube I am pouring dilute HCl few amounts. Then I am putting magnesium metal, aluminium metal, zinc metal, iron and copper. I am just watching after few minutes what is going to happen, whether it is the heat is outcoming or not, which metal is reacting very highly, very vigorously. Like that I am going to check. So I am checking. This magnesium is reacting very fastly with dilute HCl. The bubbles outcomes, no, this the rate of formation of this bubbles is very fast manner, and also it is an exothermic reaction. The reaction of these metals, it is in this decreasing order: magnesium, aluminium, zinc and iron. But this copper didn't react with dilute HCl. Okay, but you should not check with sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium, these two metals you should not take, because with cold water itself it will react very vigorously and it catches fire. So you should not react this with acid. These two metals you should not react with acids. Okay, now we are going to see about aqua regia. Aqua regia, what is the meaning of aqua regia? Means a royal water. Okay, what is this royal water means? It is a combination of concentrated hydrochloric acid plus concentrated nitric acid. Concentrated HCl and concentrated HNO3 in the ratio of 3:1. In the ratio of 3:1. So this is known as aqua regia. This is used for dissolving gold. This is one of the few reagents which is able to dissolve gold and platinum also. One of the reagents which is able to dissolve gold and platinum, and this liquid is highly corrosive. So when we are handling this liquid, we have to take care. And also this is a very fuming liquid. This is also fuming liquid. So we have to handle this very carefully. So aqua regia means what? Royal water, and this is a combination of concentrated HCl and concentrated HNO3 in the ratio of 3:1, and it is one of a few reagents which is able to dissolve gold. It is a corrosive liquid and also it is a fuming liquid.